I'm on a billboard in Times Square, so come with me to check that out and go to Rise NY. This is an interactive and immersive museum in the heart of Times Square. They invited me in, so I spent a little bit of time outside seeing the billboard and taking photos, and then we headed inside to get checked in for the experience. From the moment you walk in the door, there's already New York City themed decorations and facts about the city, and then to begin your experience, you go sit and take a subway ride from the first subway station in New York while getting a whole history and of course seeing a rat. After this, everyone leaves the viewing by walking through a subway car, and then you're on your own for a self-paced tour of the museum. There are 7 different themed museum-style galleries, so there's one for each big aspect of New York City. I feel like I could easily spend all day here. Each room has so much information, and it is so cute how they decorated everything, and it's really immersive, so you feel like you're really in the scene of that room. I learned so much about New York, so this museum is great for tourists and residents alike. I feel like it made me love my city even more. About halfway through in the movie room, there is popcorn, so you can take a little snack break and see some classic New York City movies and the history behind them. Eventually, you'll make your way to the New Year's Eve room, and although your time walking through the museum galleries is coming to an end, your visit is not yet over. We had a short wait, and then they brought us in to a room where they greeted us for New Year's Eve, and we loaded into an imaginary freight elevator and had a whole second half of the experience. It's as if you're going to celebrate New Year's Eve of 1957. You come into a room for Sky Studios, find your spot, and there's a little presentation to watch on the TV, and then they escort you into another room. We got loaded into seats, and this is a virtual reality ride that takes you on a flyover tour of the entire city. I was a little nervous for this part, but it actually ended up being so cool. The ride itself moves slightly, and then there's all the graphics in front of you, and there's music plus smells and other elements. I'd recommend going to Rise NY for this alone, but you also get the coolest museum visit and history lesson before this part. After the ride, we got complimentary tote bags and took a little look throughout the gift shop. Then each group gets a chance to go on the torch, which is a replica of the torch that the Statue of Liberty is holding. Your visit can be as long or as little as you like, but I could easily spend all day here. This was such a cool afternoon, and you can head to riseny.co for tickets and more information.